Let's start with the intro lick that'll work its way into the verse and other parts of the song. You can see I'm capo 4 using G chord family shapes. And if you play a G, your ring finger is going to be in the perfect place to play this lick. So it'll be on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now as you play this 2nd string, I'd advise plucking up and then plucking down on that G, that open 3rd. And that's going to help you alternate between the 2 strings pretty quickly, which you'll need to do. So the first part of this lick, think pluck up once, then you're going to alternate, pluck up twice, alternate, and then pluck up once. So it's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So it's up, playing the G, down, 2, up, down on the G, and then land one more up. You'll see you pluck up pretty quickly right after you hit your G down. And once you've hit that last up, you're going to slide your ring finger to the 5th. And then when you get to the 5th, you'll pluck up. And then land down, alternate on that G as well. The last part of this lick, you'll just take your ring finger off and you're alternating between your 2 open strings, your 2nd and 3rd. And the difference here is it's pluck up once and then it's 2, 2 instead of 2 and 1. So it sounds like this: 1, 2, 2, and then landing on the G. So it's plucking up once, alternate, 2, alternate, 2. So here's the whole first lick. 2, 2. You'll start right back. So that's the first lick. You'll also hear it in the context of a strum in some parts of the song. The trick there is that your left hand is doing the exact same thing. It's just a timing you'll want to get right. Left hand's doing the same thing. Your right hand, instead of plucking, is just strumming, kind of a simple strum or a 16th groove strum, but you only want to play the 2nd and 3rd strings. You don't really want to play everything else. The only way to do that is to use your wrist and not strum, not hinge at your elbow. That's the only way to really get control, is just short strums using your wrist on the 2nd and 3rd. Before you hear the next lick in the song kind of builds a little bit in the chorus, and you'll really just hear the high part of a G chord. And because you're a lead guitar complementing the other big full rhythm guitars, you're only playing really just 3 strings and kind of adding some high end. If you want to spice this up kind of in your own way, you can also use your pointer finger on the 1st. You can open it up. Mainly the song leaves those 2 there, but that's just an easy way to kind of spice that part up. The next lick, the 2nd lick, is kind of the fun one and the unique sounding. It's not quite as hard as it sounds. It sounds hard and fast. It is a little fast, but it's not super hard. So it's coming from the 3rd scale, or the 3 scale, which you'll learn in the Guitar Man Electric series. You'll learn all 5 major scales. This is the 3rd scale that you'll use. So your root note, the way to find it is with your middle finger on the 2nd string. So this is really the 12th fret, so your guitar will probably have 2 dots on it. If you're relative to the capo, 1, 3, 5, 7, 8. This is your middle finger on 8th fret relative to the capo. And then if your middle finger's there, you know where all the other fingers are supposed to go. So pointer finger's right before it, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'll start with the middle and pull off on your index that's right before it. So 8 to 7. And then you'll land with your ring finger on the 9 or the 12 if you're not looking at your capo. So pull off and then land on the 3rd string with your ring finger. Alternate back with your pointer finger. And then back with your ring finger again. They kind of go back and forth. And then you're gonna land really quickly. You just played a down strum there. So I'll play an up strum right above that ring finger with the middle finger. Now from here, if you'll notice, this note is the same thing as your 2nd string open. Same note, it just sounds a little different because you're holding one string and not another. But you're just alternating those strings back and forth to kind of fill out the rest of the measure. The trick here really is that pull off to get the speed that you need. And I am plucking up. When I come back to that index finger, that'll help with your speed too. That kind of keeps your pick going back and forth the whole time. So it's down pluck, down, up, and then you're alternating. So that's the 2nd lick. You'll play that in the post-chorus or chorus 2. Really when you hear a minor chord in the chorus, that's kind of the clue of that's when that lick happens. And then when the song breaks down before the bridge, it's the same idea. You're alternating between your 2nd and 3rd strings. Get in the 1st hand position, and that way your index can take care of the 1 on the 2nd string, and your ring finger will take care of the 3 on the 2nd string. So you're starting this time with your open G or your 3rd. So I'll pluck down on the first 2. And then I'll pluck up on the 2nd one just for timing's sake. It helps line it up. And then down on the last time, so downs, up, and then you'll, with your ring finger, 3, 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, and then you'll answer that with 2 G's or 2 of your 3rd string. And then you'll alternate a couple times with those strings. So your 2 hits. And then you'll end the lick with a hammer on, with the G first and then a hammer on, 2nd string, hammer on the 1st fret and then back off. And you'll pluck when it comes off. That's your 2nd string. So here's the 2nd part of the lick, starting with the double hit. So here's that 3rd lick slowly. You'll start right over. Here's it, full speed. you'll hear different combinations of those 3 licks, as well as just the high part of your G chord, and that's all that's happening with the lead guitar for the acoustic version of the song Wonder.